You're listening to Well Within 10, a bite-sized approach to working on your wellness. 10 minutes of wellness thought leadership from experts across the country, hosted by me, founder Stevi Gable Carr. Today, we're chatting with Robin Sheakley, president and fourth generation Sibcy, leading an industry that she truly loves. Welcome, Robin.
Thanks, Stevie. Really excited to be here with you today.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, and I'm really excited to dive in. Sibcy Cline has been an incredible partner with us with Wise Wellness Guild. And as I mentioned, my family, I have a history of folks that have worked at Sibcy Cline and have been really fulfilled by it. So I'm incredibly excited to dive in about a career in real estate.
Well, I tell you what, you and me both. It has been a lot of fun for me growing up in the business, as you said at the very beginning, fourth generation in it. And I'll tell you, there's nothing more fulfilling than helping people find the right place to call home. And, it is an interesting business. And certainly at this time right now, it's super interesting because there is a fight for the lack of inventory out there. But being the person who helps connect and find the right home for somebody or helps them sell it is super rewarding. And I will tell you, in our company, one of the things that I really love is it isn't just a transaction. We aren't focused on the transaction. We're focused on the whole needs of individuals. So if it's helping someone get into real estate and build a career, if it's helping a homeowner while they're in their home, whether it's helping with their original purchase finance, a refinance, their insurance, you name it. We have home service division. So it is not transaction. We are truly committed and invested in not only agents with our company, but the community we serve as well. And it's fun. And I could talk about it all day. So
Well, I'm really excited to dive in. First, let's talk about a little bit about Sibcy Cline Realtors. So this episode is powered by Sibcy Cline, the largest locally owned real estate brokerage in the tri-state area. They offer one-stop service for all home buying and home selling needs that bolsters Sibcy Cline's commitment to be the best in their industry. Whether you need home insurance, home services, mortgage services, relocation, or title insurance, they respond to your needs quickly. Learn more at sibcycline.com. So let's dive into the conversation, because I know that the idea of, getting into real estate is incredibly fulfilling. And it's one that provides a lot of autonomy and flexibility, but I do think that it can be a little daunting to dive in, and so I love hearing from, people like you who have been in the industry, fourth generation, really truly understanding more about why should somebody explore a career in real estate?
well, what's really fun about real estate is there isn't a job description and it's not a one size fits all. So you have people that have GEDs, you have people that have PhDs, and neither determines their success. So while it sounds daunting, I have to be honest with you, it is 120 hours of pre-licensing work to get a license to legally be able to sell real estate. But what really is the differentiator is, what is the training once I obtain that license?
Yes.
And that's really what's important, because we can all pass a test, but then when the rubber hits the road, how do I actually do this?
Mm-hmm.
And what makes it really fun is that different people bring different skill sets to the industry. I know a lot of times, Stevie, I'll hear people say, but I know so many people in real estate. Why would I want to get into it? And my answer is always the same. You know what? We're in the people business. We are matchmaking. And so what appeals to one person, i.e. super maybe tech driven, might be the very thing that turns somebody else off. So if you get into this business, you will look for people that want to work with you, and they're going to be drawn to a skill set, oftentimes that either complements theirs or maybe it's something that they don't have. So there's opportunity for everyone to get in this business.
I love that. And I love that you can leverage your own unique skills to be able to define what success really looks like for you. This is not in a one size fits all solution. And truly, when you think about individuals looking for homes, you play matchmaker, and you, as you'd mentioned, and it's not necessarily just about the home, right? And the real estate.
Right,
It's
right.
really about the chemistry between you and other people and connecting them with them, because shopping for home can either be one of the most exciting times in your life, or it can be incredibly stressful, and allowing for you to play that incredible role in somebody's life is just really that's so empowering. I absolutely love your perspective on that.
And you have to be a good listener, because when you start to realize, is it because they want to be a short commute? Although certainly that's not really on the top of people's conversations now with remote work, but oftentimes it has been, or with family close by, or whatever it is that oftentimes people think it's just how much and where. But when you start listening to what it is that they're looking for, and I tease about the commute, but you think right now, if people are working remotely, then space and what was once really popular, a big open floor plan, perfect example. Right now, people want choppy old houses again because everybody has some place to hide. So it's a matter of listening to people. It is a career that when you make that connection, I always say our professional life is everyone else's personal life.
Yeah.
So you have to be a good listener, and you have to be a good matchmaker. And that can be very rewarding. And it does offer its own set of challenges. We tackled a little bit about what it takes to get into it. It is not terribly difficult industry to get into. It is not an easy industry to have success in. It is something you do have to work at. Flexibility cuts both ways.
Yes.
So it isn't clocking in, clocking out, and doing the tasks for the day. You have to be self-motivated, driven, in order to get to a paycheck. It is 100% commission industry. And so that can be rewarding and scary for people as they get into it.
But I feel like when you find a career path that you love and you really truly do, step forward, towards that purpose driven mentality, I feel like that understanding, if you can really create boundaries for yourself and understand that, how you prioritize the work that you take on, how you can set up, different principles in place for, oh, wow, this provides me the flexibility to be able to go and be a room mom, right? And be able to be there for those moments for my child, but also understand that, maybe I'm not going to be able to sit on the couch and watch Netflix all night because, the work's got to get done. And that's when the research happens for your clients. I mean, I think that that's really when you live a life of purpose and you step into this space, the things that you start to prioritize the things that really matter. And I think that kind of the rewards speak for themselves. I mean, I know that working in real estate can be incredibly financially lucrative, but as you'd mentioned, it doesn't come without, really what I think is one of the more incredible things that Sibcy Cline offers is you provide a suite of resources that not only make it easier for the client, but also make it easier for the real estate agent. And that is something that a lot of other organizations do not provide, especially ones that are, not locally owned and don't understand the market. It can create a lot of friction for both parties.
Yeah, we all like to be lifelong learners, right? So whatever we can do to grow personally, but it's really incumbent upon us, especially when you are an independent contractor, to be focused on how do I grow professionally. And so we have a full professional development team that works to really find ways to bolster skill sets at every stage of your career, because we always strive for self-improvement. And I think there are ways to help people at different times as well. And so whether we could bring in a continuing education event or a speaker or tools, we're constantly either creating tools or investing in tools to help our agents help their clients more. And so that is really a differentiator for us, is the reinvestment in people. And Stevie, you said something that I thought was really interesting with regard to, I could be a room mom. And I think that comes back as that underscores when I make the comment about our professional life as everyone else's personal life. It's amazing over the years. That's how, you can engage a young child at the dinner table that all of a sudden is like, I was at my friend's house. They've got the coolest backyard. Or,
Yes.
you all of a sudden, like, you start to realize your kids can become great resources for you.
I love that.
They've outgrown that house, or, their parent got a new job. It's really an interesting, but it's an opportunity, whether it is in a classroom, whether it's on a soccer field, or even if it's just pursuing your own personal interest. If someone
Yes.
likes to play, they're on a tennis team or a biking club. Those are ways where everybody likes to talk about their house. And so it gives an opportunity to add value to somebody, even if it isn't, again, transactionally based. So another just quick side story is, how many times, have any of us, when we were home during the pandemic, gone, gosh, I'd like to repaint this room or re-wallpaper, or you notice something. That's why we have a full home services division.
Yes.
So that we can help people while they are there. And so if I, as a realtor, become a resource for you as a homeowner, I'm adding value to your homeownership experience. It's,
I
hey, I need
love
a
that.
plumber.
I didn't realize that you had that. Yeah. And I think that that's where I trust Sibcy Cline, that you're partnering with the best of the best. So I no longer have to reach out to some of these other places or Craigslist or, like look for,
Right.
My sister's brother's mom who hired a plumber 2 years ago. And now like, you won't return my calls. So it's really incredible that you're providing that opportunity for people.
I am glad that you feel that way, because I think we all agree, for any of us, the most precious commodity we have is our time.
Yes.
And so, to the point you just said, you could do all of this research, but it's really nice that you don't have to, and that you could find a partner in your realtor to be able to say, hey, I know it's been 2-3 years since, I bought this house, but now I need X, Y, and Z. And we can continue to add, benefits to you. So that's
I
really,
love that.
and the other flip side of it too, Stevie, is as a new agent or someone coming in the business, you don't have to master every aspect of this. That's what's nice about being partnered with a company, where if someone asks you a financial question, you can say, well, let me go ask my loan officer. Or they say, is this covered on my homeowner's insurance policy? Well, I'm not really, you don't have to feel like you don't have an answer. You need to be able to say that day one, you have a team behind you that can answer these questions, and that's their skill set. So again, it's another advantage to aligning yourself with a company that has a lot of depth.
Yes, I love that. And as we kind of close out here, I think that anybody who is listening, I would highly encourage you to check out Sibcy Cline and learn more about joining their team as a real estate agent. I will say that I know that there's so many people out there that are doing their own work and their own groundwork, but really home buying and home selling is really a relationship game. And especially in this market, you want an incredible team behind you. And wow, wouldn't it be incredible to join an incredible team that wants to help to support the communities around us. So Robin, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Absolutely, Stevie. It was awesome. And I look forward to talking to any of the listeners.
Oh, wonderful. Well, if you have if you want to know more information, you can check out sibcycline.com, and you can actually check out a few different opportunities on our website at shop.wisewellnessguild.com to learn more about those home services and learning on how you become a real estate agent. Thank you. You've been listening to Well Within 10, a bite-sized approach to working on your wellness. You can find more episodes wherever you get your podcasts.